Good evening and thanks for joining us. The governor of Virginia, Democrat Ralph Northam, now says he is not one of the people in a racist photo that he apologized for yesterday. At a news conference this afternoon, Northam said he saw the photo in question for the first time yesterday. It is on his personal page in his 1984 medical school yearbook, showing two men, one in blackface, one in a Ku Klux Klan robe.
Yesterday, I took responsibility for content that appeared on my page in the Eastern Virginia Medical School yearbook that was clearly racist and offensive. In the hours since I made my statement yesterday, I reflected with my family and classmates from the time and affirmed my conclusion that I am not the person in that photo.
Joining us now for more is Annie Linskey of the Washington Post. Annie, this seems like a little bit of a reversal from what he said yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think the big news here is Governor Northam came out today and said that he is not photographed in that very surprising, shocking, and offensive photograph of a man in blackface and a Klansman in a yearbook from his medical school. Yesterday, he had said that he was in the photograph, and although he did not identify which person he was, today he backed off of that and said he's not in the picture.
And what steps did he say he was going to take to try to prove this beyond some reasonable doubt?
Yeah, he said that he's reaching out to members of his medical school class, to his close friends, to people who ran the yearbook to try to figure out who actually was in the picture. And the other stunning thing is the governor said he had never even seen that picture before it was brought to his attention yesterday, which is another piece that I think he'll continue to be questioned on. It is a little surprising that you would not have looked at your yearbook at all before 35 years.
The other part was that one of the interesting parts was he admitted to putting on shoe polish, to pretending to be Michael Jackson for a dance contest, totally separate from this incident.
Yes, that is another development that he disclosed today, which nobody was aware of previously. That he's essentially saying, I did not put on blackface um, when I was in medical school, but instead there's a separate incident in 1984 in San Antonio where I did, and he said, put shoe polish onto his face to make himself appear like Michael Jackson. He said that he had won that contest, that dance contest. And then at some point during this very bizarre press conference, seemed to almost be willing to show his ability to do the moon dance. His wife, who was standing next to him, told him it would be inappropriate to do so.
I mean, up to this statement, there was widespread pressure on him to resign. What's happened after?
I think this is going to be very difficult for him. I mean, how you go forward as a governor of a state, and Virginia is a big state,
Hmm.
um, where you've really lost the support of key elements of your coalition, is going to be a very difficult challenge. And so Virginia is in for a few more quite difficult days.
All right, Annie Linskey of the Washington Post, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Since the governor's press conference, the pressure for him to step aside has not decreased. Virginia's Lieutenant Governor Justin Fairfax issued his first statement. While he did not explicitly call on the governor to resign, Fairfax did say of Northam, quote, I cannot condone the actions from his past that, at the very least, suggest a comfort with Virginia's darker history of white supremacy, racial stereotyping, and intimidation. The state's Attorney General Mark Herring said of Northam, quote, it is no longer possible for Governor Northam to lead our Commonwealth, and it is time for him to step down. Democrats in the Virginia State House also stood by their request for the governor to resign, saying Northam has lost the trust of his constituents. The NAACP and Democratic National Committee also asked the Virginia governor to step down.